Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 2 and the Another Life mission set in Whittleton Creek, Vermont. And today we will be taking care of the A Buffet to You Sir challenge, which entails killing Nolan Cassidy at Mrs. Wilson's house. So there's a bit of setup to do for this one. So for this one, all we're going to need to bring with us will be our ever trusty lockpick and our silenced pistol. Everything else we're going to collect will be on the map itself. And we will also achieve a few other little discoveries and challenges and feats, starting with propaganda for posting a political flyer in a mailbox. We will get walkthrough for serving free customers at the Wilson's barbecue, and we will exit the mission via the sewers to get the Cowabunga discovery or feat as well. So right from the start, off the bat, what we're going to do is acquire ourselves a flyer from the political tent that's just in the park here, before moving on to our first two clues. So we've got our flyer now. We're going to make our way around to the frog habitat, duck as we approach the bushes, and sneak our way straight inside. We're going to make our way right through the frog habitat and into Mr. James Batty's garden, who is currently in his shed, which is where we need to be. So we're going to make our way round to the far side of said shed, and we're just going to wait here nice and quietly for Mr. Batty to leave. And there he goes now. So we're going to make our way in through the window. Just to our left is our first clue. That is the legal documents, and just by the door here we have our shovel, which will get us our second clue. So we're going to make our way back out of the shed and into the frog habitat, and just past the bird houses we will find our prompt on the ground, and we're going to dig a hole in the ground here and find ourselves a cigar box. Unfortunately it doesn't contain any cigars, but it is our second clue. So that's two clues down. All we got to do now is basically get out of the frog habitat without being spotted. There we go. So next up we're going to make our way to Helen West's house, and we're going to post our political flyer into one of the mailboxes on our way there. Any mailbox will do. I tend to go for one of the ones on the outer edge here, more or less uninhabited buildings. So we're just going to post our flyer into the mailbox. That will get us the propaganda challenge, discovery or feat, and we can continue on to Helen West, the Muffin Lady's house. So once we get to the pink van, we're just going to stop here, use instinct to see where the serving lady is. If she's over by the fence where she is now, we're just going to wait for her to move away. So she's going to leave now. We're going to duck down, vault over the fence, make our way down into the basement. And down in this basement we will find ourselves two poisons. There is a lethal poison and an enigmatic poison.
Sinister looking basement. What could she be doing down here?
She's killing people, Diana. So we're going to collect both of the poisons from the various locations in the basement there, and we're going to make our way back up and over the fence and onto the streets. So with that taken care of, we now have what we need to take out both Janus and Cassidy with a poison kill, for one of them at least. We're going to make our way around to Janus's house. Once we get past the garage area, what we're going to do is, if the guard in blue is over by the porch, we're free to just lockpick our way through the garage door. But we really do want to make our way past them two guards there having their conversation without being spotted. And it can be done while they're both stood there, but you do run the risk of getting spotted quite easily. So we're just going to wait for them to finish their conversation about tucking Janus up into his bed at night and how he's not allowed any cigarettes. Eventually that conversation will finish, and then we can make our way into the garage itself. So as the guard's walking away, we're just going to make our way into the garage, close the garage door behind us, and at the back of the room we will find a generator. We're going to turn on that generator, and that's going to distract the guard who patrols around in the kitchen. And when he comes to investigate, we can render him unconscious, and we can take his outfit while we're at it. It's quite a useful outfit for this challenge. So once the guard has turned the generator back off, we're going to pounce on him, grab his gun, grab his body, and we're going to drag his body down into the freezer provided. It's just at the back of the room here, underneath the map of Mexico. So once he's safely tucked up, we're going to take his outfit, and we're going to go and collect our third clue, which is down in Janus's basement. Just checking where Janus is at the moment, because his bodyguard is an enforcer to us. So we're going to make our way through the kitchen, down the basement stairs, and we're just going to wait for the enforcer on patrol down here to move away. Come on, mate, ain't got all day. So there he goes now, and we're going to make our way past him, around to where all the filing cabinets are, and we're going to collect our third and final clue, which will be the photograph of the Ark Society founders. And from there we can make our way back up the stairs into the kitchen, where we will find a tea urn, and we're going to pour Janus a glass of tea, and then poison that tea with the lethal poison. And we want to keep the igmatic poison for Cassidy. So that will take care of the Janus kill, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. We're going to exit the kitchen via the window, and we're going to make our way into the garden next door, where we're not trespassing. And just by their barbecue by the back of the house, we'll find a propane canister. And with that in hand, we're going to now vault the fence into the Wilson's garden and up into the Wilson's house, where we will find ourselves a server completely isolated. He's up on the first floor, so we want to make our way up the stairs and to our left and to the door on our right, and we're going to use instinct here. We need to time this because we have a very short window to get behind this guy and knock him out. So as he turns to walk away from the door, we want to burst in, run up behind him, knock him out as quickly as we can, and take his outfit. So we have everything we need now for the Nolan Cassidy kill. So we're going to make our way out of the room, back down the stairs and out into the garden where the barbecue is happening. And we are going to approach the barbecue and place the propane cylinder into its socket, or its rightful place. You're not much of a barbecue king if you forgot the fuel, mate.
It's good to know the kind and help people. Guess I have to start flipping burgers now.
Yes, you do have to start flipping burgers. I'll have a double.
Hey, how are you?
So once the propane canister is in position, we can attend the serving bar here. And we're going to go on for our next challenge now, which will be
Why don't you give this a
the
try?
walkthrough discovery of feet while we wait for Janus to drop down dead.
Much appreciated.
Finally, an end to Janus. Death feels like an easy way out for a man like him. Still. We are close now, 47.
Who wants a taste?
So we're just going to serve
Go
a
ahead.
few people here. I think you only need 3 to get the walkthrough discovery of feet.
It's nothing.
And it kills a bit of time serving these people while Mrs. Wilson stood next to us is giving her little welcome speech.
Excuse me. Care for a snack?
So as you can probably see way off in the background, Nolan Cassidy and his bodyguard have arrived, and they are going to hang around at the back here for a little while until Mrs. Wilson finishes her speech. In the meantime, we're going to poison the food we are serving. And what we need to do now, basically, once Mrs. Wilson finishes her little welcoming speech, she will go and speak to Nolan Cassidy for a few moments, at which time Nolan Cassidy will approach the food and we can serve him the poisoned barbecue chip things. I'm not sure what it is we're actually selling or serving here. If you wanted to, you could just carry on serving people until this point and then poison the food, but I poisoned it a little early.
I'll just wait my turn.
Can I offer you a little treat?
What's this?
So we've now offered Nolan Cassidy some food, which is going to hang around until he takes it.
Thanks, I guess.
Before walking off, we're going to make our way back into the Wilson's house and into the bathroom, or the toilet, or the restroom, whichever you want to call it. I'm walking because basically my run feature on my controller doesn't seem to be working too well. So once we're in the bathroom, we're going to crouch down and enter into the cupboard provided, and we're just going to await the arrival of Nolan Cassidy before exiting, sneaking up behind him and drowning him in the toilet. And this will get us a Buffet to you sir challenge, or a buffet to you sir challenge.
And that is Nolan Cassidy taken care of. Both targets are confirmed killed.
All that remains now is to find the information we came for, and then get out of here.
So we're going to exit the bathroom via the window, vault over the fence into the neighbour's garden, which is the house for sale, and vault over the fence back out onto the street, which brings us to the roadworks. And if we approach the far side of the JCB, we will find ourselves a crowbar. And just over where the politician is stood right now, we see a manhole cover.
Well, you know what? There is not.
Any of these manhole covers will do. Once we have a crowbar, they all become exits. I've decided to stick around for this one. So what we're going to do now basically is wait for the politician and his guard to leave, and the construction worker to make his way from this position here on our left over to the right hand side. And once he's passed us and said hello, we can then prise open the manhole cover, because this is an illegal act, and we can then exit the mission. So there you go, that is a Buffet to you sir challenge taken care of, along with a couple of other little side quests. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.